Okay, this video is for the eBay listing for the ZMR 250 carbon fibre. This is the actual package that you will receive. I'll walk through the parts now. FlySky transmitter, 6 channel, brand new, and there is the quad. I'll move on to that in just a moment. I'll take you through the rest of it. There's just a little bit of polystyrene in there just to help things in place. Right, firstly, I've got 2 sets of 60-45 gem fans, a set of 60-30 carbon fibres, very good quality and expense, Dow 50-45s, and a set of batteries for the transmitter, and then instructions for the build, so for the flight controller, the monitor, the receiver. That's the instructions for the actual carbon fibre frame itself, just there. That's all a part of it. Just put that lot away for the moment. And obviously the quad comes with 50-45 blades installed on it. Move that to the side. Next part. All of these components are brand new. It's a Zippy Flightmax 1800 mAh 40C high discharge. Obviously helps with the different propeller choices for when you're pushing the motors. Connection cable for the transmitter for if you want to update anything or modify any of the switches or anything. Set of cable ties. The spare standard dipole antenna. And a charger. It's got a wide voltage range of 10 to 15 volts input. It comes with crocodile clips, but it means you can attach it to your car battery or any 12 volt source, but it makes it very handy for charging on the go, so you can charge your batteries in the field. It also comes with Allen key. I'll just pop that lot back in there for the moment and slide it out of the way. And then the last bit is the FPV kit. Now this is all plug and play. Battery, that's the antenna for the quad. Cabling, RC805 5.8 receiver and monitor with adhesive on the bottom and sunshade. Like I say, this is all brand new, but it's completely plug and play. You just simply plug the battery into the JST port there. There's long lengths of cable, but as I mentioned in my other videos, I like to personally have the receiver mounted far away from my equipment, either on a pole or something like that. And a lot of the time with these kits, they give you very short lengths of wires, so I extend the wires in my kits so that you can mount this far away from your equipment if you want, or you can cut the wires down and install it into a ground station or carry case, something like that, or you can just leave it as it is. If I now always plug in the antenna before you plug in the power, before you plug in the LiPo. Otherwise you risk damaging the transmitter. If I just plug this in just to show you the FPV kit, I'll simply, once I can get to it, plug in the power. Turn on the receiver, and there is the image from the quad displayed on the screen. Just so you can see that. Right, I'll just disconnect the power for the moment whilst I talk about the quad. Now, the quad itself, as I say, 50-45 propellers. It's got 2204 motors, Emax, 2300 kVs. The ESCs are Emax 12 amp, but they can actually push a lot more than 12 amps. I've run a lot more through them. The flight controller is a CC3D. It's running clean flight, but you can run base flight or anything that you want, a better flight. There's the 6-channel FlySky receiver, 600 TVL CMOS camera, and there's a 200 milliwatt video transmitter. I mean, I've held it on with cable ties there. I've used a combination of cable ties and tape with the build, but obviously you can modify it how you would like. Obviously it's extremely customizable. Hobby RC battery strap, because they're really good quality, and the LED on the back is a 3 watt 12 volt, but it's the best quality that I can personally find. I use them on all of my quads now, and I actually sell them separately because I can only find them from one supplier, and they are really, really good. So that's the quad. The controller transmission, you're looking at over 1,000 meters, so over a kilometer control, and pretty much about the same with the 200 milliwatt video transmitter. Obviously, line of sight and depending on conditions. It's a very powerful setup with the carbon fibre frame. It's a ZMR 250 carbon fibre frame. Makes it lightweight, and it does have a lot of power, as with my other quad that I've got for sale. On the 2204 motors, you have so many different combinations of 60-30s or 60-45s, 50-45s, and just to prove a point as well, as with my other quad, which I forgot to mention, 4S battery, and everything works exactly the same. So when you are ready to move up to a 4S setup, it's plug and play. So as far as kits go, this is about as plug and play as you'll get. It's beginner and intermediate and even pro alike friendly. If I just move some of the packaging out of the way, I can turn it all on and just show it to you working now and how plug and play it is. So if I just plug in the video receiver, I'll turn on the transmitter. Now I will mention with the transmitter, this is your flight mode switch. All the way to the left, so completely counterclockwise, is off, so nothing running on the quad. You move it slightly and it will arm the motors in acro mode. Move it more and then it will arm the motors in horizon mode, and then move it even further and it will arm the motors in angle mode. So that's what I'm going to leave it in just for a quick test hover. But obviously you've got your trims. It's a good controller setup, this. If I just now plug in the, if I strap the battery down first. And plug in the battery. ESCs will arm. As I say, with the LED, from all angles, it's absolutely perfect. And now I'll turn on the video receiver. We now obviously have image again. With the circular polarised antennas that are included, it does drop out, but nowhere near as much as on the standard dipole antennas. You do get quite a solid video connection. Now, transmitter's on, so if I turn the mode switch all the way around, I should now have an active quad. It is literally that plug and play. And as I say, the FPV equipment is still running, but I will show you it now, just flying, just so you can see how out of the box working it is. Now, as with my other video, it's very difficult to show the power of this quad indoors. I'm in a conservatory in a confined space. Any blip over half throttle and it just wants to jump through the roof. But if I was just to give you, I didn't actually do this in the other video, but I do think it's worth doing, just a blip on full throttle. And I believe actually the airflow moved the camera. It's absolutely immense power. As I say, that's on 50-45s, but there's 60-45 propellers included, or you can upgrade to a 4S setup with the 50-45 bull nose for a real rocket, a real powerful quad. In that respect, not a toy in any stretch of the imagination. If I can just try and show you it hovering with the FPV gear running, I don't know how well you can see that. I think you can see it slightly, so if I just... It's a very stable and controllable quad. But if I can try and make it so that you can see what my hands are doing, plus what the screens are doing, plus what the quad's doing, if that makes sense.